We need God's blessings, beloved. As the young man said, but we don't want to be selfish with God's blessing. When we receive the blessing, we want it to be a blessing to others. We want to share that blessing. And so, no one called me up for the New Year's resolution. Andy Dunn, who is now with the Lord, would have been the first to find something to say for 2012. And Pat Messador would be here with pen in hand to write it down so that we could produce it on a flyer or something, and for the whole year long we can meditate and we could reflect on it. Since no one called, I made up my own. And here it is, beloved. Resolve to be involved in 2012. If God is blessing us so, we must make a resolution this night, beloved, to be involved in 2012. Remember, when we speak of the blessing of God, we are reminding ourselves that God is with us. And because God is with us, we must get busy for God. Let us resolve this night to be involved. And I want to give you 3 areas that the society is calling our attention to this night. I want to say to the fathers who are here in particular this night, the grandfathers. I know grandmothers and I know mothers, you seem to be already involved, but I want to emphasize tonight that we must resolve to be involved in our families, in our children, in our grandchildren. Spend quality time in 2012 with the family. Hold hands more often, husbands and wives. Take a stroll in the park. Spend quality time talking about what is really important in your life together. Talk about the things you hope to achieve and to accomplish in the year ahead. Spend time with the children. You know, we are so busy trying to make ends meet, and we don't have enough time to sit down with the children and grandchildren as our parents and grandparents did for us. And so we must resolve to make some time to be involved in the nurturing and caring for our children in particular, and to our family members. Don't neglect the elderly when we think of families. You know, friends, when I'm not here in this parish, I'm with some of my parishioners visiting the nursing homes. And one of the most painful experiences is to see someone growing older and alone. And you want to ask, where are the descendants of this family, this person here? The Italians say it takes one mother to raise 10 children, but 10 children can't raise one mother. So we need to be mindful of our elders as we, maybe this is a touchy spot for me because I'm conscious of my gray hair. I'm getting older, and who will look out for us as we take the places of the elders? We need young people to be mindful of that responsibility. We must resolve to be involved in our community. No longer, my friends, do we have the luxury to sit on the sideline and watch while others are doing all kinds of things in our society, in our community. We need to be involved. We need to attend those community board meetings more often. We need to listen to what they are talking about in our community so that we could be involved. Remember a few years ago, some motel was coming right around the corner of the church. Remember that? And we all got busy and we said, no, we don't want that in this community. And thank God we have a beautiful hotel that if you have a visitor now, you're not ashamed to go and to rent a room in a place like that. We must get involved in our community. Talk to our politicians. Get involved in some of the things that they want to do to improve the quality of life in this part of God's vineyard. And finally, I want to say to you, beloved, resolve to be involved in your church. At Curcio, we have a beautiful ceremony where a cross is placed around your neck. And the rectora, or rector as he is called, or she is called, as the cross is placed around your neck, these words are recited. Christ is counting on you. And usually we respond, and I am counting on Christ. Let me say that to you tonight and see if you could. Christ is counting on you. You, Brother Winston, my good friend for many years. Christ is counting on you. And you, Rose. And what do you say? And I am counting on Christ. Your church needs you, beloved. When you leave here tonight, I want you to be saying, I resolve to be involved in my church. I resolve to be involved in my community. I resolve to be involved in my family. Because God has blessed me, I want to be a blessing. I borrowed that word from him, so I have to ask him to stand that I may recognize young Michael Norton. That's a young man. And so I know of no better way to wish you God's blessings in 2012 than to use the words, that great formula found in the book of Numbers. Let's say it together. So I'm not only asking God to kneel beside you, but you're asking the same thing for me this year. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you.